What's up, guys? Today we're gonna do some traffic pattern work in Charlotte. So let's try to get our clearance real quick, and then we'll get onto it. View pilot. Okay. So we are connected to the network now. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our clearance real quick. First, let's talk to the ATIS. 32.1 is the frequency. I am using the Logitech radio panel, so that's why you don't see me actually manually putting it in. Okay, ATIS, hello. Okay, I guess there's no ATIS on, or it's not talking, so we're just gonna go ahead and contact approach at 126.15.
That's 1738 flag, we're not heading only left, clear for takeoff.
We're heading 18 left, clear for takeoff, D-Mont 1738.
Alright, so we're connected to Charlotte, so now we're gonna ask for a clearance. That's 1-4 heavy requesting pattern work.
Delta 14, stand by.
Roger. Alright, so we're standing by. And we are contacting, we are contacting
Delta 14, what's
approach right now. Alright, so we're gonna tell them we're in a Boeing 787-10. Alright, so we should get a clearance in a sec. We're gonna start up the engines really quick. I like to use reverse thrust to back out because it's just easier than asking the tug dude. So.
Short approach 1738, we're going down.
Did he just say he was going down? Okay, I guess he's working on our PDC, but we'll see.
Delta 14, clearing further short. Southwest over airspace, maintain VFR at below 3,500. And squawk, it's going to be 2206.
Alright, so there it is. That's 1-4, cleared into the Bravo class airspace. We're going to be at 3,500 after departure, and 2206 for squawk. That's 1-4 heavy.
Delta 14, heavy, runway 1 left departure, proceed discretion, call for taxi.
When I left, we'll push at discretion and call for taxi. Delta 1-4 heavy. Alright, so we're going to put in our squawk code real quick, which is 2206. Alright, there that is. And then, yeah, we're going to push real quick. So I like pushing using reverse thrust. Just it's easier. And he said that we're going to be on 18 left. So we can kind of face 18 left here. Which is the one to the right over here. Alright, we are ready to go. Delta 1-4, heavy, ready for taxi.
Delta 14, heavy, runway 1 left, taxi via Mike, Mike Charlie.
18 left, taxi via Mike Charlie, Delta 1-4 heavy. Alright, so we are going to taxi via Mike Charlie. So we are on Mike currently, I think. Yep, we are on Mike currently, and we're gonna go on Charlie. Okay, so I'm using ChartFox, by the way. So if you guys were wondering. If you guys are enjoying the stream, just tell me in the chat. If you have any questions, I'm glad to talk. So we're going to be doing some traffic patterns today. Okay, so we're on Mike currently, and we're going to be on Charlie soon. I'm using the Honeycomb Aeronautical Alpha yoke in the Logitech/Satec throttle quadrant for my controls. And I'm also using the Logitech radio panel. So, alright, so we're taking a left onto Mike. Or I mean onto Charlie. We were just on Mike. And we're just going to follow Charlie all the way to Charlie 12 and to the end of 18 left. Need the whole runway here. We're going to start setting our flaps for takeoff. I'm using surround, by the way, in the video surround, so if you guys were wondering why you don't see anything on my main screen, that's why.
Delta 14, heavy, Mike left close traffic, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Left close traffic, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 1-4. Alright, so we're going to be doing left close traffic. Closed. Just writing it down real quick. And we're cleared up to 3,500 feet. That's pretty good for traffic patterns. It's a beautiful day in Charlotte. I like being out of the cockpit because it's just easier and I can see everything around. But since I have this surround thing on, you guys can't see because it'd look horrible on your guys' screen. But I could use cockpit, but for your guys' sake, I'm going to use the outside view. Okay, I'm going to do a rolling takeoff here. The engines catch up. and go. If you guys are wondering, we're using 15 degrees of flaps for takeoff. Takeoff speed, probably say 160. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's AI traffic. And rotate. Okay, gear up. I retracted a little bit too early. Alright, so we got left closed traffic. So we're going to go out a little bit, then we're going to go for left closed traffic. Alright, we're going to start our turn in just a second. Pull up the flaps real quick. Alright, and turn. About 2,500 feet and 250 knots right now. Make a 90-degree turn. Alright. Level it off real quick. Then we're going to make another 90-degree turn
Tower
soon.
approach, Piedmont 1738 coming up on spot 39 west, taxi.
Hey, Piedmont 1738, good to be back on 1 left taxi via Charlie, Scott move Charlie.
Alright, Squawk and Charlie over to Charlie to 18 left, 1738.
Alright, we're going to start turning left again.
Piedmont 1738, fly over my heading, running 1 left to clear for takeoff.
Running 18 left, clear for takeoff, Piedmont 1738.
Try to make it off the ground this time.
Yeah, no promises.
We did it. Just not. We didn't get far.
Yep.
Alright. Stop it right here.
Another 14, next thing you're down, I'll call your base.
Please repeat, that's 1-4.
Delta 14, extend your downwind, I'll call your base.
Extending downwind, and you'll call the base. Delta 1-4 heavy. Alright, so he's going to
Wind
call our
check.
base.
210, 13, gust 20.
So he's going to tell us when we need to turn base. Which should be soon.
Delta 14, turn base.
Turning base, Delta 1-4 heavy. Alright, so we're turning base now.
Piedmont 1738, radar contact, altitude lead.
1.7, 1738, runway heading.
Piedmont 1738, return right 300, join the Charlie 275 outbound radio with navigation, climbing 16,000.
16,000 heading 300, intercept the 275 off of Charlotte for Piedmont 1738.
Delta 14, wind 21013, gust 20, runway 1 left, cover the option.
1-8 left cleared for the option, Delta 1-4 heavy. Alright, so when he says 1-8 left cleared for the option, that means that we're cleared basically for a touch and go. So we're gonna turn in a second. Wait a sec though. Drop a couple notches of flaps really quick. Cruising about 215 knots right now. There's a lot of planes coming in right now. We're gonna turn pretty soon though because we are on 18 left, which is the furthest left runway. So we're turning now. Alright. Notch of flaps. Okay, that was a pretty good turn. I see one I left right there in the distance. Flaps, flaps. Okay. So we're gonna go for a touch and go here. Second to last notch of flaps. And gear down. Here's that gear, and we are going to put the last notch of flaps. Try to make this a butter landing. Slight crosswind, nothing too crazy though. Lower it down a little bit. Off the thrust.
Charlotte
Flare.
arrival, good afternoon, windmill 586, information Delta.
That was
Descending
alright.
via Parker 3 arrival.
Right, we're going. Flaps up a little bit.
586, Charlotte approaching me, closing up here. You can just
Get to
frequency
center
change
line
approved.
and rotate. That was alright. That wasn't my best one. Positive rate, gears coming up. Flaps up. This game is awesome. It's so beautiful. Alright, we are going to turn into the crosswind in a second. Now. Cockpit view.
About 1730 MS, space one says off 5 minutes, from there, frequency change approved. Bye.
See you, 1738.
Bye, I'm scared.
Yeah, me too. Upper 14, me closing up here, frequency change approved. Good night.
Frequency change approved. See ya.
Charlotte
Alright,
is
so
now
we're gonna
closed.
be monitoring Unicom really quick while we're doing our traffic patterns because he's closing up. Probably a little bit too much bank on that, but that's alright. Slow it down a little bit, add a couple notches of flaps. Speed brakes, we're going a little too fast. Okay, now we're at about 300 knots. I know it's too fast. Turning base. Okay, we can pull up the speed brakes so we don't stall out mid base turn. Okay, we're gonna turn to about 270, heading 270. And there it is. 270, drop a couple notches of flaps. And we're gonna be turning on to final in a second. I'm going to go for a full stop here after this. Finish up the stream, but yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying, and hopefully I can end it off with a butter landing for you guys. Okay, we're going to turn for final in just a few seconds. Cruising at about 220 knots. Alright, and we're going to turn. Flaps. That was a pretty good turn. Put gear down in a sec. We're going to put a notch of flaps first. We got 25 degrees of flaps currently. And drop gear and last set of flaps. Tilted landing gear. $170 knots coming in. Cut the power in a second. And idle. Oh, yikes. Okay, that was alright. Not my greatest ever, I'll tell you that. Okay, we're gonna take this next high speed ramp. It's coming down a little bit too fast. Angle of attack wasn't great. Alright, we are going to assess the options here. Okay, we are going to taxi via Charlie to the ramp. Turning in these heavy planes is not very optimal. Full power on the taxiway. And okay, we'll slow down. We'll take a left here. Oh, we're going in the grass slightly. This is Gulf that we're taking a left on. And we're going to take Gulf to the ramp. A little bit of a late check, but alright. Taxi to the ramp here. These cars need to get out of the way.
Stable traffic, wind 586, 30 miles north, passing 8,400, planning runway 18 right. Charlotte.
I'm not sure this guy knows what Unicom is, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time on the next Vatsim video. See ya.